everybody, Fire Nice Extender here, and today we're going to be doing more Castle Crashers, continuing on through the flowery field that we ended off in last episode. So now we continue onward with our king and an army of Grey Knights, where we get introduced to a few new enemies that actually won't be very important for pretty much the entire game. They're really easy to kill, and since you have this Grey army along with the king, it's pretty useless. Yeah. One little tidbit about this area is that the king can actually get knocked off his horse, and if he does, you can ride it, so that's pretty interesting. Right here is a new weapon. It's actually one of my more favorite weapons in the game. It ups all of your stats, but yeah, it's actually the exact same as the broccoli, but the broccoli has more to defense and looks better, in my opinion. Like, I really like the look of the broccoli along with the poison knife. Like, it all just looks good together because the whole green thing. So yeah, you see here, he got knocked off his horse. You can actually ride it around now. The difference between that and the last one is if you press Y, you do the exact same attack as X, and the horse does nothing. Some of them do different attacks, which can be kind of interesting. So right here, we fight beekeepers. Pretty much every enemy you see in the game is in a form unlockable and able to play as. You can even play as the Grey Knight, which is one of the more interesting things to play as. It makes parts like this very difficult to see yourself in, for the most part. You can see the king still follows you, but the Grey Knight, or the Grey Knights go forward. So right here is also another achievement area in the game that I've always found to be somewhat difficult. Alright, so if you go to full blast, you will get like right up in there, and I believe that was achievement worthy. This is one of my favorite portions of the game right here because it allows for quite a bit of experience because of all the different industrial knights coming out of the same area on the exact same plane. So it makes dealing a lot of damage at once very easily. Really quickly though, these are also one of the most annoying fucking enemies in this game ever. Holy fucking shit. I hate them so bad because they are infamous for throwing fucking bombs all the time, every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it's always like they fucking know where the bombs are gonna go. It's just, it pisses me off to no end that they made them so overpowered, because they have a ton of fucking health. Like, this is by far one of the most annoying parts of the game, and you'll probably actually hear me say that a lot, but this is actually one of the bosses that people probably stop the game at. I know the first time I played it on Xbox, I stopped the game right here because it was just too hard. Like, I fucking could not do it. Like, I didn't want to do it because this boss here is actually pretty annoying. It's one of the more hated bosses. Like, it's a good idea, but it's just not. It's not. Also, one of the more annoying things, not only that your entire army dies in that fall because they don't land on a cake, also because you have to do this whole stage again if you die to the boss. And this stage is fairly long with a lot of really tough enemies. One thing that can be really easy to dodge is actually the bombs. Although they do seem to always throw them in the exact perfect manner, if you just move out of the dimension that they were thrown in, they're fairly easy to dodge. But sometimes that kind of shit will happen where you jump into the air. Actually, that fucking happens to me all the goddamn time, where you jump into the air and they throw the bomb right before you jump into the air, and it just connects mid-air fucking perfectly. I don't know how the computers do it, besides the fact that they are fucking computers. So if you're having problems with this area, they do actually give you quite a bit of food on these tables. Right out here is another weapon you can get. I do believe it's an onion peeler, which is, I think it's like a endurance increase. I may end up calling defense endurance for quite a while, or shield. One of the cool things about this is if you keep them at bay quite a bit, they won't throw bombs as often. So like I said, if you're having problems with this area, there is a full heal right there. Let's go ahead and find out what this is. I do believe it's the peel. Yeah, it's this peeler thing. It looks neat. Like, don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, but not my cup of tea. It does, however, increase magic, though, so if you're like me and you like magic shit. You probably want to end up going with that. Even though I prefer my weapons to increase my strength and not really mess with my magic all that much. Because if it like messes around with my magic, I don't know, I can't really justify it being a good weapon. Like, if it increases it, sure, why not? But otherwise, it's just, I don't know, I can't really get into it. So right here is the last bit of enemies we'll fight before the very final boss. I do recommend having some potions going along if you're playing this more legitimately, I should say. Even though, really, to get to my level, all you have to do is just play the game legitimately all the way up to about the catfish stage, and then just replay through it, and you'll be about level 14 by now, which I do kind of recommend grinding for this boss a bit, because he can be kind of a dick. Actually, he is a dick. Like, legitimately a fucking asshole. I hate him so much. The boomerang does work on this boss, though, so pretty interesting fact. Fuck. Okay, I do recommend watching your health quite a bit, because he can fuck with you. You can see right now I'm already at half health. If I end up dying, I'll just cut to back where I am. These bombs are fairly easy to dodge. I do recommend just staying in one place after the bombs fire. And staying there. Sorry if I don't talk throughout this boss. I'm trying to stay focused in this early. So after a bit of health, he'll try and run back to his piano. Okay, awesome. Wow, that was really fucking quick. Oh my god. Alright, so pro tactics right there. You can see our poison princess is right there in the back punching. It's pretty chill. Like, I like it. So, it turns out he had a father that, I don't know. I'm so fucking glad that boss is over and that was ended so quickly. Since it was, I guess I'll go ahead and do this section in one episode as well. Which you're pretty much supposed to. So you get fired exactly on the back of this and have to deal with enemies. Thankfully, when they get thrown off, they die. And it's pretty easy to throw them off. You can mess with them a little bit and do shit like that. Level 15 already. So level 15 is quite a nice little landmark because some of the more interesting weapons in the game happen around level 15. Speaking of level 15, I am now going to be able to get the combo magic attack, which it looks like I already got. I don't know how that would happen otherwise. Alright, so right here is this little segment where you have to just dodge the bombs. Go on each side of that. Knock them off. It's actually really easy to knock them off. So right here we get the troll boss that's been chasing us. He's also very easy. Just keep firing projectiles his way. If you've been aiming up with magic like I have, it's actually really easy to do this. Once you start hearing that and seeing his eyes like that, though, you can just use your shield, and that will happen. I did let up a tad bit too early, though, so that's what happens when that happens. If you don't want him to do it, though, I just recommend continuously firing on him, firing on his eyes, but never underestimate how quickly it charges up. Okay, so that's that, and skadoosh. I'm not sure if I should continue on here. This is like an entire lava world segment. So I'm going to end off the episode here. So if you like this part, be sure to like and do all the stuff. Alright, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.